Hi, I'm Molly, and I'm one of the young people from Interfilm who have travelled here today to visit the Bond set at Pinewood Studios. But first, we are very lucky to have Naomie Harris, also known as Eve Moneypenny, with us here to answer a few questions. So thank you so much for talking to us. And I wanted to ask, why do you think audiences are still so excited by and still connect with the James Bond films? And what is our fascination with Bond? Because he can be quite grumpy and violent, and often doesn't do what you ask him to. So why do we love him so much?
Oh gosh, I think we love him because we'd all like to be like him. He's invincible, he's the hero inside all of us that we would love to be ultimately. But I think you can answer the question as to why we love Bond films better than me actually. Why do you love Bond films?
Because they're exciting, there's action.
Yeah? Anyone else?
Great storylines.
Great storylines, yeah. Our amazing writers, yes.
The whole package, everything.
Yeah.
I think he's mysterious,
Mm-hmm.
so you never know exactly what he's thinking, where he's come from, who is this guy, strolls in, saves the day, leaves.
That's true, that's true.
Job description.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Forensics finally released this.
What is it?
Personal effects they recovered from Skyfall. You've got a secret. Something you can't tell anyone. Because you don't trust anyone.
Okay, because James Bond is full of such amazing gadgets. If you had a dream gadget, what would it do and what would it be called?
Okay, I would like a gadget that teleports me.
Okay.
And I would call it the teleporter, because when you work in this business, and particularly as an actress, there's so much traveling involved, and particularly when, like this movie, they're filming in Austria, Morocco, Mexico, and Rome. So there's a lot of traveling involved, and then when it comes to promoting, you spend about 2 to 3 months promoting the movie, and you travel all around the world. You spend a lot of time on the plane, and I'd like to avoid all of that. I love to go to the countries because that's really exciting, but if I could avoid all the traveling and just be teleported there and just arrive, all hair, makeup ready, that would be perfect. So that's what I'd like. If you could make that happen,
I'll try to get on it.
Please, yes, you get on it. The new Q.
If you could play any other character besides Eve, who would it be and why?
I think I would like to play Q because I love the way he's so quirky and hugely intelligent, but kind of erratic and also mysterious as well, because we don't really get a real sense of Q's past and history. So I find that really interesting. And to play with gadgets all day as well.
We as the audience didn't realise that your character was Miss Moneypenny until the end of Skyfall. So when you were going for this role, did you realise it would be Miss Moneypenny?
No, I had no idea at all. And they actually lied to me and said that I was going up for a Bond girl role. And I thought, well, I'm too old, because the Bond girls are normally in their 20s, and I thought, I don't see myself as a Bond girl, and I thought, why are they auditioning me? It doesn't make any sense. And it wasn't until I went in and then they said, well, actually, it's not really for a Bond girl role, it's for Moneypenny. And I thought, now that makes more sense to me. I could see myself playing that role.
Did you have any preconceptions before working with Sam Mendes, or do you really have you knew what to expect?
No, I had no idea at all, and you never know what it's going to be like working with a director until you actually get on set. Sam is incredibly supportive, and he's great fun, and he's a real Bond fan. So he absolutely loves making these movies, and you can really tell it, and his enthusiasm kind of rubs off on you as well. So it's fantastic.
Do you ever get nervous when you're working on the Bond set?
Yeah, and it's funny because you think that no matter how big anybody becomes in this industry, everybody gets nervous, and never believe that someone becomes a huge star and they're not nervous, because everybody is, because there's so much pressure and you really want to get it right, and there's always an audience no matter what you're doing. You imagine you're doing a little scene and it's just you and one other person, but there's always at least 80 people in the room. So you always feel that pressure to kind of get it right, and then you're part of such a big movie as well that you know is going to be watched by so millions of people all around the world. So you can't help but to feel a lot of pressure. But it's good, you know, it makes you perform to your very best.
So what's going on, James? They say you're finished.
What do you think?
I think you're just getting started.
Have you had any funny or unexpected experience in filming on set so far?
Oh my gosh, funny experiences. Not really funny experiences, but it's been very challenging, I have to say, on this movie, doing the night shooting that we're doing, because we didn't really do much of that on Skyfall. And now we work sort of 8 p.m, we get to work, and then we finish at like 5 in the morning. So we've got quite a few of those coming up. So I found that really challenging.
What's been your favourite film to work on besides Bond?
It would definitely be Pirates of the Caribbean, because I loved playing Tia Delma, the voodoo witch. I loved it. And also because those are my roots, because my family are Jamaican.
Yeah.
So I got to do the Jamaican accent, and my mum was actually my accent coach. So I really, really enjoyed that. But also just playing someone crazy and unpredictable, and she wasn't constrained by real life at all. I absolutely love that, because you get to use your imagination, and that's what I enjoy most.
Are there any kind of big films, they can be recent or from the past, that you just love to be in or to have been in?
Gosh, that's a really interesting question. Oh, actually, do you know what I would love to have been part of? The Sound of Music. That is like my favourite film of all time. So if I could have been one of the Von Trapp children and like said good night, so long, you know, that's what I would have loved.
It's a really great opportunity to come to the Bond set today. What do you think young people like us should get from this experience?
I think the main thing I wanted you to get from this experience is a taste of what it's really like to be in this industry, and to get really close to this industry in a way that makes you realise that, you know, I think often when you watch films, it seems like so removed from you, and you feel like you can never achieve it, and you can never, you know, get a job in the film industry. I want you to get close and to really understand that actually it's much easier and much nearer to you than you think, and it's really possible for you to have a job in this film industry, and also to have a taste of different departments in the film industry as well, because they're all very different. You know, there's hair and makeup, which some of you might be interested in. There's set design, some of you might be interested in that. You know, there is the cameras, of course, you know, behind the cameras, and obviously being an actress or an actor as well. So there are so many different roles and so many different people involved in making a film that I wanted you to see all of those different departments and kind of work out perhaps what's right for you.
And what advice would you give to a young person today who's trying to get into the film industry?
My advice would be that you have to be incredibly, incredibly passionate about it. I truly believe that anything is possible if you want it badly enough and you work hard enough. But it's a very tough industry, and I'm not going to lie to you about that. It is hard. There is a lot of competition. So you have to be incredibly skilled. So make sure you do all of your training. So particularly like if you want to be an actor, you have to be constantly in training. So you have to be learning accents. You have to be going to dance lessons, going to singing lessons, taking acting classes. You have to constantly stay in training because there is so much competition. But if you really want it, I really believe it will happen for you.
Okay, so thank you so much for talking to us. I think we've all learnt loads, and it's been great. So thank you very much.
Welcome, James. It's been a long time. And finally, here we are.